The authors of a new report say they have proof that Beijing is intent on destroying China's Muslim Uyghur population as part of a broader campaign to unify the country under one ethnic identity.
The evidence is overwhelming that China is clearly in breach of the 1948 Genocide Convention.
That evidence included public and leaked Chinese state documents, testimony from more than 10,000 eyewitnesses, and satellite images. The overall conclusion, it all points to President Xi Jinping's brutal goal to meld the country's 55 ethnic minorities, including Uyghurs, into China's Han culture. Han Chinese account for more than 90% of the population.
He himself is less of a communist and more of a Han nationalist. He is in the process of signification of the entire country. And it's not just the Uyghurs that are Muslims, they are the most prominent ones, but there's actually other minorities too. There's Kazakhs, there's Uzbeks, etc. And even actually Christian minorities, they have a process of bulldozing down churches.
7 years after President Xi told authorities to show absolutely no mercy to the Uyghurs, as many as 2 million of them are now locked up in concentration camps spread across China's Xinjiang province. There, they endure torture, rape, forced sterilization, slave labor, and are stripped of their Muslim faith and told to embrace communist ideology.
The Chinese communist propagandists call this re-education camps or vocational training centers. They must think we're idiots.
Some 500,000 Uyghur children have been removed from their parents, placed in state-run orphanages, and brainwashed.
Forced labor and centralized care of children serve to effectively inhibit the intergenerational transmission of culture, religion, and language by reducing joint family times and instead drastically increasing parents' and children's exposure to secular government teaching and training.
The government is reportedly sending Han Chinese men to sleep with Muslim Uyghur women while their husbands are in prison or shipped against their will to far-off towns and cities, all in an effort to promote ethnic unity.
Han Chinese are actually being moved from other parts of China into Xinjiang, and they're encouraged to, in many cases, forcibly marry Uyghur women to essentially dilute their identity through their offspring. So this is a very calculated and thought-out process from the state apparatus in China.
China has repeatedly denied its ethnic policies amount to genocide.
The claim that there's genocide in Xinjiang could not be more preposterous. It's just a rumor fabricated with ulterior motives and a thorough lie.
Meanwhile, dozens of U.S. companies like Nike, Coca-Cola, Adidas, Tommy Hilfiger, and others are facing renewed pressure to stop using Uyghur workers to produce their goods in Xinjiang province factories. The United States Commission on International Religious Freedom accused these companies of complicity, fueling Uyghur persecution.
If corporate America won't take action, consumers need to and stop doing business with companies like Nike and Coca-Cola and others who benefit from forced labor in China.
Secretary of State Antony Blinken will meet top Chinese officials in Alaska next week. He's expected to bring up Beijing's actions in Xinjiang.
If China claims that there is nothing going on, let it give access to the international community, to the United Nations. If they have nothing to hide, show it to us, show the world.
George Thomas, CBN News.